welcome to Azril. Today we'll be covering Fury Warriors. I've already taken my talent choices, but I'll just quickly go over them before I start smacking this target dummy and you can see what I'm on about. So, I've gone with Stormbolt over Mint Grand and Shockwave due to it being a single target increase. Warpaint does nothing for DPS. Endless Rage, what I'm trying to achieve out of the build is to generate high amounts of rage, spend it into Rampage to sustain a higher increase of enraged uptime through Rampage, since now at Rampage, if it crits, you are enraged. Enraged duration is so low, you should really want to be enraged. Its damage benefits are just ridiculous. It's 100% attack speed, plus whatever percent your mastery is, it's just a flat damage increase. Double time, it doesn't really matter what you take here, to be honest. Whatever raid situation you're in, you'll take whatever. Frenzy, this is ridiculous to have 25% haste. A good warrior can keep this up indefinitely on most fights, and that is disgusting. To have 25% passive haste on top of all the other haste modifiers you get from your artifact, from enrage. I'm pretty sure haste itself in value just might plummet because of how much of it you get from external sources. Here, obviously I can't use Massacre on a target dummy, but if I could, I would actually use Massacre over Outburst. I know I'd be getting rid of a free way of enraging myself, but this Massacre is just, the capabilities are just ridiculous. Just to crit and execute, get free Rampage, and that Rampage crits, it's just you're enraged again, and the Rampage cost no rage, so you've lost no rage from where you are, and you didn't have the Bloodthirst. You've kept that enrage, that attack speed bonus. You throw in another execute, and the white damage, and the endless rage, and the frenzy stacks. It's just, you're just keeping that rage. You're just going and going, and the weaving between the two is just the possibilities are limitless. Even though Carnage does help me use Rampage more often, I feel like I generate quite a bit of rage, even at level 100, in shitty green gear. And you can see my stat breakdown. I have hardly any crit. I have like no haste and a lot of mastery. And pretty much when I'm enraged right now, I do 55.86% more damage. Just straight out. That is ridiculous. Reckless Abaddon, I took this because I want my battle cry to be 100% crit chance for 5 seconds, and it gives me 100 rage on a 30-second cooldown. Now if you look at my artifact tree, I've not really done anything on my warrior, but if you look at Unrivaled Strength, every 30 seconds, this is 30% crit damage, pretty much on 4 globals, if you can get your GCD down to 1 second. That is ridiculous. You can get this with the relics. You can probably get this to like 50-60%. Now, I was also considering the fact that we got Raging Berserker here, which is a flat 9% damage while enraged, and maybe taking the relics on this to get flat damage across the board might work out better than having the damage bonus from Unrivaled Strength, which might pull Dragon's Roar ahead of Reckless Abaddon. It's a numbers thing, but for now, without a reliable damage pass, and we're still in alpha, I'm going to go with what I assume to be the case at the start, which is Unrivaled Strength. So, let's give this a whirl. You'll see there's extra buttons on my bars. This is because I've been respecking. They've just been left there. So for now, I'll actually just take them out, not to make any confusion. But here we go. So I pretty much go in, blood first, didn't crit, alright. So I'm just keeping up as much rage as possible. Look, I've already got my rampage going. Keep up my 5 stacks. Look how much rage, I just crit. Keeping up my stacks, keeping up my stacks. And it's up again, I crit. There we go. I'm literally keeping up everything right now. Look, I'm not enraged. Oh, well, there you go. No enraged. Blood first. Keep this up. Just get into enrage. It's just, I'm just spamming Raging Blow right now. Now, obviously, I could fit in a Storm Bolt, but obviously it's not going to do much here right now because of it's a target dummy. I've also, I'm failing to keep the rotation going right now, and that's not because I'm paying attention to it. It's just I'm just showing you how the spec performs in and out of these effects. And you're pretty much going to be spamming Raging Blow. Just get that Rampage, bam. And then you're just going to want to keep that Frenzy up all the time. I'm doing a bad job there right now, so don't pay attention to how I'm playing it right now. Obviously with proper add-ons and proper tracking. I don't really like this little bar. I like my weak horrors or tell me when, depending what you like, to be around my character, like in a nice shape. Not this this little tiny thing on this little resource bar. Don't get me wrong, it's nice they added this, but it's not really my thing. So this is pretty much Warriors in a nutshell right now. It's Fury. Now there might be other ways to play Warrior right now, but this is kind of how I see things right now as a Fury Warrior. I just want to be enraged as much as possible. Bam, do a rampage. Now this is with shitty gear as well. Look, I just have ridiculous attack speed. Look, 1.42. I'm just literally melting this target dummy right now. This target dummy is on fire. Look, he's made out of wood. And that's pretty much it. That's Fury Warrior. And then actually, look, keep the Storm Bolt on cooldown. Obviously, I don't have a tracker right now, so I'm looking at my bars. I'm not really used to looking at my bars. I usually hide my bars. But, this is alpha. There's no add-ons. So it is what it is. So I'm playing bare bones right now, and this is Fury Warrior in Legion, pretty much, without set bonuses and trinkets. Now there are a few alterations you could add in here. I obviously never used Battle Cry once. If I did, it would make the rotation a lot smoother. Every 30 seconds, you can get a nice stream going of smooth enrage uptime because you're gonna get the crits going for sure. And you're going to get that rage. You can go straight into a rampage. Pop that battle cry. Bam. Do another rampage. And then you're just going to spam that raging blow. Just get yourself back up there. Bam. Another rampage. And you've just pretty much sustained 12 seconds of enraged right there. You could follow it up with a berserker rage. That's another 16 seconds. It's just the high uptime of enrage. It's just ridiculous. Now, some people are going to say, well, Dragon's Roar is also really good. 6 seconds of 20% more damage done. Now, I totally agree. I actually think Dragon's Roar might be that contender against Reckless Abaddon right now. I think it actually might even pull ahead if I really think about it. But Reckless Abaddon, I'm thinking with the Artifactory, it just might turn out to be a bit better. I could be wrong. I could completely be wrong. I'm pretty sure maybe the Dragon's Roar flat damage from the Enrage might turn out to be the better combo, but this nice burst from Reckless Abaddon and Battlecry, it sounds really good to me. And this is pretty much Warriors. Their artifact weapon, This is just another Stormbolt. I'm just keeping this on cooldown. I always thought Stormbolt should be passive for Fury Warriors. It shouldn't be a talent. But I assume this is something to do with PvP, so this is something they couldn't do for Fury. But right now, I don't see Overpower being used. And if I'm trying to put all my rage into Rampage, why would I ever want to take Heroic Strike? It's just Heroic Strike. I don't like you right now because of Rampage. I literally hate you. You're not of use, and I used to love Heroic Strike. I'm one of those people that were upset when they took it away, but this new theme, this new thematical design for Fury Warriors, it just does not fit. But that Massacre sub 20, oh, that's gonna be really good. It's a shame something like Sudden Death doesn't exist. That would be disgusting. Sudden Death would be really, really good right now. I hope maybe there's a set bonus or maybe class trinkets early on. Sudden Death would be really good. This would actually be a really nice talent post 20%. Hopefully they do something like that so this talent can actually be used outside of that. Now, Outburst, I felt like it was lazy. This has always been the case, and Berserker Rage is always major enraged. So I would like it to get rid of Outburst, put something else. Something more AoE orientated. Maybe even a cleave. Or you could even sustain damage, some damage all the time. You know, we are pathing into the whole fire. So maybe a fire dot. You know, compete above against Massacre. You know, it's getting to the point where the execute damage ain't gonna be there because the fight, you know, it's just not the case. Just how the fight is. You just want to have some nice sustained, you know, above 20% damage. Heroic Strike, if it was free, again, it'd be macros, 15 rage, and you're spamming this every global. You just can't sustain that. Now, someone suggested to me earlier that if you were to take Heroic Strike with Carnage, essentially that is fitting a Heroic Strike in there, and every 4 rampages I'll be able to fit, you know, another Heroic Strike, and I'd be good to go. And you know, that's all nice and dandy, but I just don't really see it. So it's really a problem right now, because I used to love these 2 abilities, but they just don't fit into the playstyle, and I hope they really change this. I really do. This Furious slash keeping the Frenzy up, it's just get a weak or a Tommy win, and you just track that. And that's pretty much it.